another perfect time at JNTV. Today we are going to discuss on matters pertaining the comrades' life and the challenges they undergo as far as matters academics is concerned. Today in my studios, I have a guest who are going to introduce themselves. Then we are going to learn into the topic of the day.
Thank you. KANJA. I'm a comrade in Kabete National Polytechnic. MIRIAM, MUTINDI, and I'm a comrade also.
Thank you. Those are my guests today in our show at JNTV. And we are going to discuss matters pertaining the comrades' life. These are the challenges comrades encounter in their life through the struggles of toil and moil to lay the foundation of their academic journey. So, starting by you, Miriam, I know majority of the comrades face financial struggles, and I know you are also a comrade.
Yeah.
So I want you to tell us how you are able to cope up with this to provide solution to the challenges of this challenge of financial struggles as a community.
Okay, financial problem is one of the challenges that comrades go through. And this is because most comrades come from humble background. And so finding tuition fees and rent and food can be, okay, sometimes can be hard for them to have that. And hence they struggle, they go hungry. And yeah, and one of the solutions to this, I can say government should increase bursaries and scholarship opportunities for the comrades, and they can also embrace online working as it also helps a larger part. Yeah.
So you're saying that the government should embrace bursaries and fundings.
Yeah.
Right now, I have heard the complaints from the students that the help disbursement is not yet paid to their accounts, and they are struggling to keep themselves in school as they are also limited to accessing the examinations at the end of the semester.
Yeah.
How can the government help these students so that they can sit for the examinations at the end of the semester?
Okay, that has also been a bigger challenge, and I feel like the government should deliver on time because most comrades depend on the bursary and the help money for their tuition and for their upkeep. And so all I can say is for the government to take charge and deliver on time. Yeah.
Thank you. Back to you, Faith. I know peer pressure and negative influence is one also of the challenges that majority of the youths, the Gen Zs in the campus institutions in Kenya undergo. So, peer pressure, I want you to tell us what is peer pressure, this negative influence, and how can this ruin your life? And as a comrade, how are you able to cope up with peer pressure?
We see most of the comrades introduce themselves in drug abuse with their friends, for example, smoking bong and drinking. And the solution of that is to engage these comrades with work when in their free time.
So they get, you said about getting work.
Yeah, they engage like the management of the institution. They engage these comrades to work for the school or building team building to reduce their time, their idle time, to help them to escape from drug abuse and negative activities.
So peer pressure, by the way, what is this peer pressure?
In my own words, peer pressure is like, for example, I can see Miriam smoking bang or drinking, and then I'm so curious. I want to feel how, when you drink alcohol, how do you feel? Or Miriam can come with her friends to my house, and then they say, "Oh, today gonna bash, wanibebe, na mimi ni nani? Tunaenda tunakunywa." Yeah, that is peer pressure.
So that is peer pressure.
Yeah.
I know in campus institutions, we have mature people because majority of the students in campus institutions, they are above 18 years. So they are people who possess ID cards. So, and we have clubs all over. We have bars all over, even as the premises outside the environs of the institution. can you advocate that those bars should be not set within the institution premises, or they should be set there, and you make your personal decision whether to take alcohol or not?
For me, I cannot say the clubs to be closed because they are somehow as in a letter, like the owner of the clubs and akona advantage, lakini ana earn, lakini personally wewe ndo unafaa ku make decision useme leo siendi kwa klabu, sababu most of comrades are affected. Tuseme nimetoka all the way from Kitui, kwetu hatujawai kunywa bangi, hatujawai vuta bangi, hatujawai kunywa pombe, then nimepatana na watu wa Kayole and then nataka kujiweka ile standards yao, lazima ati I want to feel mtu ana feeling yaje akismoke, so it's about personal decision.
Thank you. Back to you, Miriam. We have also mental health and stress as one of the challenges that comrades undergo in their academic journey in the institutions, that is in campus institutions. These include like academic pressure. You have things like loneliness and uncertainty. How are you able to cope up with this challenge of mental health and stress?
Okay, I have always believed in something called safe space. So the school institution may like create a safe space where students get to communicate their challenges, whatever they're going through, like speaking out. They say like a problem shared is a problem half solved. So like they can create safe spaces for students to, even kama ni students na alumni wa hiyo shule ama students with fellow students with, yeah.
So we have this student who are very negative. They don't like speaking out their challenges because they feel like, oh, I am going to speak out and sasa huyu mtu atanichukulia aje nikimwambia I am suffering this and this. So how can you tell this student to feel like I cannot open my challenges to someone else?
Okay, first of all, mtu kama hataki kuopen up inamaanisha hata feel safe. Ndio maana nimesema they create safe spaces where students feel like they are okay with sharing their issues. First of all, it's creating safe spaces whereby they feel like they're safe to speak out and they will not be judged.
Okay,
and to that student who doesn't feel like,
just to cut you, which are some of the safe spaces we have in the institution that you can go and speak out to your challenges?
Okay, say a safe space cannot necessarily mean a place, a building. You can be my safe space, like talking to you about my issues, and I feel like you won't judge me. You can be my safe space. So it doesn't necessarily mean a building or an institution. Yeah. So like it's just like creating, like the bond with students in a way that whenever they feel like they have problems or issues, they can always speak out and they will not be judged, and solutions to their problems will be found. Yeah.
Faith. Students suffer poor time management due to some of the activities, negative activities they engage in. And poor time management obviously linked to negative and poor results at the end of the semester or at the end of the academic year or at the end of the module. How can you advocate for this, or how can you provide solution for poor time management to your fellow colleagues?
Kitu naweza sema to my fellow colleagues, poor management, time management imetufanya like results are not worthy, kama vile tunaweza kwa class and results unapewa unaona this is not me. To the solution to poor time management, watu waache ku postpone. Kama aje ati leo tuko na exam ya like next week tuko na exam ya media, uko like nitasoma kesho, kesho ikifika nitasoma kesho, kesho ikifika nitasoma kesho. So kama you make a decision, kama ni media ethics unasoma leo, wewe soma. And then they manage their time management like social life, kama social media wasitumie most time in social media than their books.
Thank you, William. As we conclude, I have heard the grievances from your fellow colleagues about matters academics and living conditions in the institution hostels. That is, you find that we have these students who say that they come from humble backgrounds, and these students, majority of them, they cannot afford some of their personal effects or personal needs. You understand what I mean by that? So you find like you need food for you to sustain life in this world. You need some of the personal effects as a gentleman, as a lady. So you find that some of them complain that we don't have this and that. I don't have money in my wallet. I don't have money in my account to cater for it. How can you advocate that the institution leadership, that is the school, the principals, how can they help these students to cope up with the challenge?
That's a hard one. Okay, okay. Maybe they can separate, I don't know, separate students with special needs. By special needs, I don't mean disability. I mean students who cannot cater for their upkeep, students who cannot cater for all of the things they need, all of the materialistic things they need in school. So maybe the school institution can at least favor those students by providing not necessarily all of the materials and all of the things they need, but I think half of the things, or rather, they could help them get whatever is necessary for their learning process.
Which method will the institution use to make sure that to now know that this student has a special need and the other one does not have special need? Because if you open it voluntarily, we have others who come to pretend that, oh, I am nothing, whereas his father or her mother is a professor, is a teacher somewhere, is a doctor. You know, you have those pretenders.
Okay, I think checking on the students that lack materialistic things in school, like things that are necessary for academic process. So those who lack the materials, and for example, checking their school fee and tuition records for those who are not able to manage or to get to pay for the amount that is required at the moment.
Now I'm asking, which honest method are we going to implement to make sure that this student, like now you can say that you call your parent to see whether this challenge, this trial comes from the source. Because you have a student, yes, in the records of the finances and accounts, they have not paid the school fees, but they were given the check, they were given the fee, and they were akatumia nini. We have those students, but when you go to the account unapata huyu mtu atalipa fee the whole year, but huyu mtu si ati ametoka atufunye juzi. So if we assume that you are going to use that method or that evaluation to sort out those students who have the challenges, then I think we should try to dig it from the deep foundation so that it can be genuine and innocent.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Because before I conclude, some of the institutions, campus institutions, we have different tribes. Like now in Kenya, we have many tribes, and in most of the universities, the colleges, the TVET institutions, each tribe is represented. You as a student, do you suffer that cultural difference or that we call it discrimination? That you come from Kenya, you come from Mlima, we cannot recognize you. You come from the lakeside, we cannot recognize you. Do you suffer those challenges of cultural differences and discrimination?
Honestly, I can say that in school we are given equal opportunities, and I haven't faced any tribalism in school. That I cannot tell. For me personally, I schooled in Western Kenya. I was raised in Kisii. I was born in MIRIAM, Mount Kenya. For me, that's not a problem.
Thank you very much. In my chambers at JNTV, I end Faith, and I end remind me your name?
Miriam.
Yes, and Miriam, and they have tried to dig deep on matters pertaining the challenges that comrades undergo as far as the academic life is concerned. Keep tuned at JNTV. Let's meet in the next episode.